Good day, ma'am. This is the video presentation of Group 4, entitled The Effects of Climate Change in Small-Scale Farmer on Corn Production in Barangay Bubon, City of Mati, Davao Oriental. Climate change impacts on agricultural crop production vary from place to place. Moller et al. 2011. In this study, a bounded range with a known probability distribution and stochastic WG were applied to handle the uncertainty of the GCM, a statistical downscaling approach that has been previously implemented in climate change studies on crop production. Guhari et al. 2013, Guhari et al. 2014. This is followed by a hot and dry season between September and October, when temperatures can reach 37 degrees Celsius with 50 to 80% humidity. About 95% of annual precipitation falls in the warm, wet season between November and April, with February being the wettest month. MDCCMS 2015. Droughts of the 1990s, 5300, Suwoya, K. et al. Content courtesy of Springer Nature. Terms of use apply. Dorward and Cherwa 2011. And a significant reduction on maize imports due to increased national food security. Dorward and Cherwa 2011. The economy heavily depends on the agriculture sector, which accounts for about half of gross production and employ about 80% of the labor force. Ahmad et al. 2011. However, the sector has performed very poor in recent decades in such a way that its full contribution to achieve food security has not been realized. Moliendo et al. 2012. These studies have used climate change projections derived directly from the general circulation models to evaluate the impacts of climate change on rain-fed crop production. However, the general circulation models classically run at 300 or 500 km space resolutions are designed to simulate global or continent climate characteristics like global or continent temperature or rainfall amount. The coarse space resolution of the general circulation model severely limits the direct application of their output in regional and sub-regional decision-making. Mason and Noti 2011, Ramirez Villegas and Chalignor 2012. This limitation is particularly challenging for countries like with high regional heterogeneity of its climate influenced by different topographic features. Moreover, the study by Van Wert et al. 2013 underscored that general circulation model climate change projections provide poor simulation of crop yield. In addition to nutrient management, it is also important to evaluate the impact of possible adaptation. Measures such as altering planting dates, crop types, varieties, fertilizer application, irrigation, and other agronomic management practices, given their potential to counteract climate-induced changes in crop yield. Brusso et al. 2019 and Chalignor et al. 2014. Studies have shown that temperatures or precipitation changes in the short term can be mitigated by adjusting planting dates and crop variety in China. Liu et al. 2013, Zhao et al. 2015. Corn or maize, Z-maize, belongs to the family Gramineae. Corn is an important crop which supplies food for human and animal consumption. It is a good source of carbohydrates, vitamins B1, B5, C, and E, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, and zinc. It also contains fiber which helps the digestive system to function properly. Rishi Mohan Singh, 2013. This research study will be conducted by describing the independent and dependent variables. This study and the relationship to each other. This study will assess the factors that affects corn production by choosing a sampling method, then finally distribute questionnaire to the relevant respondents of this study in order to statistically calculate and solve our research problem, particularly on what are the factors that affect corn production on the small-scale farmers in Barangay Bubon, City of Mati. Statement of the problem. 1. What are the experiences during the climate adaptation? Second is, how does the rain affect corn on the small-scale farmer in Barangay Bubon, City of Mati? And the last is, what are the common problems of small-scale farmers in corn production?
The objectives of the study. The main objective of this study is to assess the effects of climate variability on corn production in Barangay Bubon, City of Mati. Specific objective: to examine the climate adaptation on corn production, to examine the rain effect in small-scale farmer in Barangay Bubon, City of Mati, to evaluate common problems of small-scale farmers in corn production. Significance of the study. This study is significant as it will assist the decision in the agriculture sector to understand challenges related to effects of climate variability on corn production, their implications and way of bridging the gaps, and in order to make evidence-based on decisions. The findings of this study will serve as a baseline for other 9 forthcoming studies dealing with climate change variability on corn production. The findings are expected to inform the government to take appropriate and effective assessment and mitigation measures for the study, also to propose adaptation options that could be taken up mitigate and impact sustainable management of the effects of climate variability. This study also acts as guideline for future researchers who will be interested in similar studies on the effects of climate variability on corn production.